going on, everybody? CFC DP here with you to break down Thursday's transfer news and notes. It was a slow morning here in the United States as there was no real word about Cucurella, Fofana, De Jong, so we were kind of sitting, waiting, twiddling our thumbs, and kind of an unexpected surprise came. Azpilicueta told Xavi in Barcelona no. Chelsea brought a 2-year contract to the table for their captain, a boost in pay, maybe a little bit more of a diminished role with the team, but to keep their leader and captain for 2 more years is such an important, critical thing for Chelsea to get done. It gives Tuchel and Boehly a bit of rest, knowing that they have a little bit of depth at right wing back and right center back, and potentially this could mean that Wesley Fofana of Leicester City is going to get done sooner rather than later. Chelsea have offered £60 million for the player. They know Leicester is in dire needs of money. They're trying to get a fee out of them. Chelsea would be willing to meet the £80 million pound mark for the player. But since Leicester is in such dire need of money, Chelsea are going to see what they'll take as the lowest. Because if Fofana is eager for the move, Chelsea are willing to meet the mark. Leicester's hands are kind of tied, and they'll probably get rid of the player. So I think Fofana is going to be something that could happen within the next probably 3 to 4 days with the game going on this weekend. It might slow things down a bit, but maybe by Monday or Tuesday you could see Fofana playing for Chelsea and holding up the jersey. We also saw that De Jong was kind of talked about a little bit more today. It'll be interesting to see how Azpilicueta staying affects that deal from breaking down. That's another 5-8 million euros that Barcelona doesn't need to spend. So does that kind of lessen the need to get rid of Frankie De Jong? It's possible. Alonso is still nearing a move to Barcelona. Fabrizio put out a tweet about it today saying that that's the player that Barcelona wants. So I don't think Chelsea is going to stand in the way of the player in terms of moving, but we'll see how that breaks down for Alonso and Barcelona and Chelsea's overall relationship, because there's a lot of parts that could potentially be moving. Aubameyang and Depay could be a part of some sort of deal in their own. Chelsea need a striker, so we'll wait and see. But kind of the biggest news, and it happened later in the evening, Todd Boehly is willing to up his transfer purse to £300 million, which is a crazy amount in itself. 200 million was a crazy amount for Chelsea, but to boost it up to 300 million pounds, Chelsea sees blood in the water and they see long-term players that can fit their bill. Because we haven't even really talked about on this show about the kid from Brazil who is going to be the next superstar. It could be 60 million euros to sign him for this upcoming season and to get him in the academy. But you're talking an immense talent. You'd be talking about Chelsea bringing in potentially 4 superstar players for the next 10 years in one window. So, Boehly's out of his mind. Now Gary Neville's talking about he's playing Football Manager and he's moving too quick. Well, you want to make your mark. If you're a guy who wants to get his investment back, you got to put a club on the field that people are going to want to see. You have to sell jerseys. You have to make the Champions League. That's the difference between Boehly and a lot of these other American owners, is that he came from the Dodgers, where investment was the key to them making money and being successful. He knows that Chelsea's a similar animal. You're in a major metropolis in London. You have to put investment in, especially when you have 3 other teams, bigger clubs, Arsenal and Tottenham in your city, where you have to fight off. You have to fight for revenue, fight for fans, and success is the only way to do such a thing. So I'm not surprised Boehly upped it up. I think that he definitely sees a lot of opportunities for Chelsea this window, and I believe that he will use that money well, and hopefully he has some left over for maybe Declan Rice or Christopher Nkunku next window. But those are a couple of key guys, I think, in the longevity of the club that you're going to need to fill in the next couple of years. Anyways, I know this is a short video. We were just going to do a little bit of a recap of what happened today on Thursday. I have an Everton match preview coming out within the next 12 hours as well. So a lot of stuff going on over here at CFCDP. Make sure to stay notified of when I post videos. Subscribe and hit that little bell next to it. That'll give you a notification of when my latest video is coming out. So we have a match preview, a match review coming on Saturday right after the game. and it's coming thick and fast. So let's be ready for it. Let's get excited. The first Premier League game of the year is right around the corner, and this team isn't even finished being built yet. So let's hope we can start off really quickly and very well with 3 points against Everton. Thank you. Have a good night.